Yo, what's up everybody? Miramax here, and welcome to the first video of the Extras channel. Today, we're going to be talking about Season 5 of The Boys. And this is my first video like this, so please bear with me. But what is going on this season? A lot of arcs from previous seasons are getting cut off now. The jokes and some of the things that go on in this season just seem to be there just for shock value. Like, no way I watched a speedster run through all of his friends while not being able to control himself. Or the scene that goes on for a minute and a half in Season 5, Episode 7, where Dognot and Sheline are just sniffing each other's asses. This scene is so dumb, it adds absolutely nothing to the story. It's not even funny, it's just, whoa, pet soups doing pet things and sniffing each other's asses, describing what each other's butts smell like. They have so many arcs to cover, but instead of our characters' arcs getting resolved, we got a bunch of new characters that just add nothing to the show and are used for jokes half of the time. Like O-Father, he actually does hold some weight in the season, but there is a particular scene that kind of throws me off, and it's the one scene where they have the musical. I don't think it was needed at all. We kind of get the point that Homelander wants to be God, or Homelander is basically God this season. I just don't think I needed a musical piece to tell me that. Homelander, every other sentence, talks about it. And Homelander this season just straight up acts like a man-child. He's not even intimidating in any way. The only time he was actually intimidating was the scene where he basically lost all hope and started talking to the Legend, and the Legend felt like he was going to die. It seems to be a rarity in Season 5 where a scene is so well done, and this is one of those scenes. The Legend treats Homelander like a human rather than just some project, some psycho. Whether it was him trying to get out of the situation, or if he was genuinely meaning all the stuff he told Homelander, it put Homelander's mind at ease because he wasn't being looked at differently for once. He wasn't being looked at as the almighty powerful being that could just rip you in half. He was looked at as a human, talked to like a human. He was blatantly told that life never goes your way, and if it ends up not going your way, you just gotta deal with it. The old gets flushed out, and the new stuff all comes in. Out with the old, in with the new. And Homelander let him go because he was the only person, or one of the only people throughout this entire series that has been real with Homelander. That's all Homelander ever wanted, was someone to be real with him. He even talks about it in the scene where he almost makes the Deep suck off A-Train to prove his point that nobody in the world will stick up to him and be real with him. But every other scene of Homelander is just him killing somebody that makes him mad, or just killing somebody at random because he feels like it. Like, when he pulled up on the Legend, why did he have to obliterate that dude's head? Even when Homelander is losing his mind at his lowest moments throughout this series, he's able to control himself. But here, he just did it to do it. Enough about all of the unnecessary stuff and jokes that goes on with the new season. Now we gotta talk about all of the arcs that are now getting cut off because of it. We gotta talk about Marie, because how are you going to set her up for 2 seasons and then do absolutely nothing with her for a whole season? Gen V was not as good as The Boys, but it was okay in my opinion. I watched both seasons and enjoyed them. But now that Marie and Jordan are being put on the sidelines, those 2 seasons are just kind of a waste of a watch to me right now. I really hope Marie actually does something in the finale here, because for them to be shut out by the one person that's actually out of character out of everybody this season is crazy. Yes, I'm talking about Starlight. There are other characters that are out of character like MM, but his is reasonable because he's been having a back and forth with himself on whether he's becoming more like Butcher or not throughout the seasons. But Starlight, she's basically already had that arc. She's lost her powers over it, not knowing what kind of person she wants to be or what kind of hero she wants to be in general. So for her to go through that arc and for it to get taken away all because Homelander got V1 is just crazy. I get it. It's the end game. He's invincible now. But Starlight would usually be the kind of person that doesn't give up in the end. But this season, she's just like, yeah, wrap it up. It's over. And the fight that she got in with O-Father, that was just rough. She got packed up so hard. She was in a very lit up church against this dude, and she still couldn't even beat the guy. She didn't even touch him. Overall, when it comes to Starlight, her character has been real disappointing this season. She's usually the backbone, the light in the dark, but this season, she just ain't it. Everybody has to give her a pep talk for her to even do something. I just wish the writers remembered some of the arcs they went on throughout some of the shows, because some of the ways these characters are acting is just not it. And oh boy, we gotta talk about Sister Sage, because this season, she's been everything but the smartest girl in the world. She had multiple signs that Soulja Boy was gonna give Homelander the V1, and she just ignored all of them because she's so smug. She thought that she was smarter than everybody else. She didn't take into account the thought of love. She would plant stuff in such obvious places to where Homelander just found out it was her. She thought of Homelander finding her out, so she went to the boys, but she didn't think of Soulja Boy feeling love for Stormfront and how Stormfront wanted Homelander to be the most powerful being. She just thought, I'm gonna keep up with my plans, I'm gonna keep trying to trick them, and they're gonna keep fighting each other until one of them eventually dies or something. I really don't know her thought process here. I wish I knew her thought process. All I know is that she wanted to hide in a bunker as everybody else in the world kills each other. I think it's about time we bring up Soulja Boy, because he is my favorite character throughout the entire show. I really liked his gritty humor, and on top of that, his power. Just being a goddamn nuclear bomb. That's sick as fuck. And on top of that, his Ray just being able to take out Soup's powers has to make him one of the most OP Soups in the universe, on top of him being invincible, which is why I got super salty when I seen Homelander straight up choke out my boy and then put him in the cryo chamber. They actually had Homeboy come up here for all of season 5 and give us exposition and other bullshit for Vought Rising, and they packed him up like this. And they ain't bringing him back for the finale. Eric Kripke said in an interview that he ain't bringing him back. So the next time we see Soulja Boy is gonna be in a goddamn prequel. And Jensen Ackles portrays the character so well. It's such a waste what they've done with Soulja Boy in the show. I'm hoping that when Vought Rising comes out, it's not some watered down garbage, because they put a lot of time into the final season into setting up Vought Rising. Soulja Boy was like the front man in this season, so it's really annoying to me how he's just in a cryo chamber for the finale. We gotta talk about the main character of the show, Huey. If he's even the main character anymore, he does little to nothing the entire season. He's just the voice of reason that nobody listens to at all. He's an actual ghost to these people at this point. Throughout the seasons, they mostly treat Huey like garbage. Everybody in the group does. Starlight's always breaking up with this dude and then coming back to him for no reason. Butcher, he's just hating on him for no reason, even though in the show it's already been said that he reminds him of his younger brother. They might as well just go down that pathway at this point. I don't know what they're doing. They just left that arc hanging. And I get it. Huey's trying to keep everybody alive. He's trying to keep Starlight and Kimiko alive after they let out the virus. And that's just impossible. We all get that. But you don't just throw Huey to the side and just act like he meant nothing for the last 4 seasons. I feel like after everything he went through, he, of all people, should have had a time to shine during this season. I hope that comes up for him in the finale in some way, because he's the main character, or he should have been. I don't know what he is anymore. That's how bad they've done him. Throughout all of the bad stuff this season though, there is some good. Like I said earlier, that scene with Homelander and the Legend was amazing. And then there's the little arc that they had with Firecracker for the one episode. That was awesome as well. The way that Vought started getting too close to home for her, to where it started affecting her family or just people she used to know in her past before Vought. She was breaking, and Homelander and other people around her began to see it. She was in fear. She didn't believe in anything Vought was telling her anymore, or any of the things that Vought was telling her to tell other people. The tears that she shed on that stage as she made fake allegations were her being scared and sad, because was being in Vought really worth all of this? Being a part of the Seven, was it worth it? Especially now since the Seven is abolished? What is Firecracker's purpose? Was she going down the right path, or was she going down the path that led to her demise? I think they resolved her character very well. I didn't really feel anything for Firecracker throughout the previous seasons, but this episode actually made me feel something for her. I felt bad for her. I gotta talk about one more thing before we go, and it's the Deep. You know, he's just your usual dickhead character that nobody likes, so I'm gonna be 100% honest. I could care less if he swims with the fishes or if he just gets killed on land. They're doing good with him for some reason, so I'm kinda interested to see where his arc goes. I know I probably didn't talk enough in this video about the season itself, but I wanted to get some initial thoughts of mine out there about how I didn't like a lot of the jokes that were going down this season. We needed more story pushed out. I feel like they spent too much time on new characters instead of the ones that were already there. They're just worried about too much stuff and setting up other stuff to where they're losing the plot, and I really hope in the finale they wrap it up pretty nicely. But who knows how this is gonna go, because it's looking quite bad right now, to be honest. So I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please make sure to like the video and make sure to sub and make sure to hype up the vid. I don't even know if that's on this channel. This channel's fairly small, so yeah, just make sure to sub, like, comment, go crazy, and as always, love y'all, homies.